Welcome to a 20-minute talk. We're going to release this with Internet Economy because this kind of happened, so you know what? It's going to happen.
Yeah.
About a pay-per-view that did have a bomb threat. The Haters Club is out in full force, aren't they?
True, but haters gonna hate.
Yes, about the only bomb that was there was the bomb threat bombed, and on which side of the coin that you flip on, you thought the pay-per-view bombed.
True.
Everyone thinks the pay-per-view bombs. What? Alright. Dave even got his commemorative chair to hit himself with.
Yes, or hit the haters with.
It won't do much good. All you're going to do is ruin the chair.
That's true.
I mean, seriously. You ever try to hit anyone that's a member of the internet wrestling community on top of the head with a chair?
You'd hit them lower, but it would just sink into the fat folds.
Can't hit him in the balls because, well,
Mom, I need more Hot Pockets down in the basement, Mom.
Oh, yeah. But you get the idea.
Yeah.
Pre-show was...
Yes. Where we had our first Survivor Series rules match of the evening.
Yes. Even though this is Survivor Series, we had a total of two.
But you know what? That's two more than you get it over the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. The pre-show was.
Yes.
Who the hell
Miz, Bo Dallas, Stardust, and the Ascension versus Neville, them damn Dudleys, Titus O'Neil, and the returning to a huge pop, Goldust.
Yep.
Because he came to get him some of Brother Cody.
They had to. You have to. Now, people are wondering one of these things is not like the other. Yes, Titus O'Neil was not supposed to be there. Cesaro was supposed to be there, but by the time you hear this, you'll have every internet smart whining about Cesaro being out 2 to 6 months.
Yep, because his shoulder is not attached in the way it is supposed to be.
He may be the Swiss Superman, but breakdown does happen.
True.
It will happen. Now, of course, in this one, the good guys won. We'll shorten it.
Though we did see Neville get eliminated.
Yeah.
And here is your on-the-spot report. I give Neville, he sold his hot young star wanting to be our great butt kicker.
Yeah.
Because as he walked up the rampway, yes, he, slapped a couple hands, but he did it while saying, "I'm sorry, guys, I tried."
Yeah.
He told it to the live audience that he really hated being eliminated from that match.
Now, the first one's eliminated was not Neville. It was the Ascension. Goldie got in his pop. Bubba Ray got in his. Neville got it from The Miz. But then about 20 seconds later, The Miz got it from Goldust.
Yeah, Neville actually got a double finisher shot as while Neville was laying out was going after Cody in the heel corner.
Yeah.
Dallas tagged himself in and got the ambush Bodog. Then Miz tagged himself in and got the skull crushing finale. So, you know what? Hit by 2 finishers in a row, no shame in getting 3 counted.
Yeah, your head's probably duh.
Yeah, especially those 2. Both are focused on the head neck region. Yeah.
But the one who got the humiliating finish was the Miz.
True.
Because he was too busy showboating.
Yeah, and he, no matter what you may think about the Miz, again, like Neville selling his regret, Miz sold his rage as he's going up the ramp, well past the ring, still shouting, "It was only 2!"
Pretty much.
He, again, for all the crap people want to give, when it's all said and done, Miz does understand his character, and he does live the character every time there's a camera nearby. And that is a positive. That is a huge positive, folks. You may not like his acting in the Marines, movies. You may not like his character all that much, but at the end of the day, he does get his character. He does live his character.
But it would be a good 8 minutes before Bo Dallas meets a Clash of the Titus, which is a scary move to begin with.
Oh, it is.
And Titus is scary to begin with, too.
Especially to watch it live.
And Titus was just scary. Like I said, is he trying to kill Cody?
Probably.
Yeah, Titus performed 3 backbreakers in a row. Yeah, not just one. One's enough, but he lifts him up, does it again, lifts him up, does it again, throws him to the side like...
Oh, yeah. His backbreaker, throw out the trash combo there is very impressive to watch.
And then there was only Stardust.
Yep. Tried to walk, but Big Brother Dustin
stops him. He hits Big Brother.
Yeah. It ate an elbow, but still lured Cody back into the ring, and 3D finale.
Devon with the pin, testify.
Yep.
And that was the match. Which, Dave, I'll give you the rating. PW Torch Cadwell gave it 3.5. Said it was a good way to start it off.
And what's his upper limit? 5?
Yeah.
I would say 3.5 is very fair. Goldust got big pops for his return. Yeah. Dudley's, of course, always over. Titus got a good chunk of the crowd barking along with him.
Right.
Miz got his heat, got heckled when he got eliminated.
So let's go head first into the actual show. The semifinal, about a 14-minute match. Roman Reigns versus Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah.
Mexi Medica. Roman got in some scary shots. Alberto got in some real scary stuff.
Oh, Alberto did look like he was out to put Reigns down. I mean, again, he's one of those characters. Some people online love to hate him, but it's like this. When you really pay attention to the way Del Rio wrestles, he makes everything look like Sid. But Del Rio suffers from the power of the Roman Empire.
Yes.
As
Superman punch.
Cross arm breakers.
Yeah.
Both got countered in their own ways.
And of course, a Superman punch and a spear later. And many other things.
Yeah. Oh, he got the Superman, but yeah, I give Reigns for missing the double stomp. Countering the double stomp. On the other hand, that kind of points out, as beautiful as the move looks, one of the flaws with the double stomp in the corner there is all your opponent has to do to make you miss it is just let
Roll.
himself fall back against the corner post.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things that just requires too much telegraphing by the opponent to
It does.
really maintain a complete suspension of disbelief.
So we go from that to the other semifinal match, which they blazed through pretty early. The
Yeah, well,
semifinals.
makes sense. Give the guys time to rest before the
It,
finals. You know,
it kind of does, but
help sell the fact that this, help sell that suspension of disbelief. Is no, we're not going to make guys wrestle, back to back matches, and
which they didn't.
yeah,
Now,
it makes sense that way. Unless you're doing a total
yeah,
screw job angle like the '98 Survivor Series where
yeah,
there was some goofy stuff, but it all made sense by the end of the night.
right. Now, next match that did happen was Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. It was a bit shorter. There was a lot more shenanigans, though. Kevin Owens was out to play spoiler. That didn't happen for him. Of course,
Yep.
there was plenty of signs out there for the for Owens diet.
Yeah. He gets tackled, but there were a lot of people wearing Owens shirts in the audience.
He's got about 50-50, honestly.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that, whether it's his indie cred or just liking the character since he got to NXT and eventually the main roster, Owens is in that place where he could, at the rate he's going, he could turn face very believably. If they just wanted to say, well, half or more of the audience is cheering him anyway, we might as well run with it.
Yeah.
Which is usually what WWE does because, that is the nature of the business.
But we go from that match to the second and final Survivor Series match, which is Ryback, the Usos, and the Lucha Dragons. So, one big hoss and two small teams.
Yeah.
Versus the New Day.
And I gotta say, it's funny because Sin Cara actually is not that small a guy.
He's not. He really is.
He's a little bit bigger than the Usos, and he's bigger than Kalisto.
But he's smaller than the opponents.
Sin Cara falls in the middle range of
yeah.
wrestler sizes there. So.
Yep. They took on the New Day, Sheamus, and King Barrett, which, Austin, you're our friend, man. We love you. What's with that hair?
Pretty much.
What's going on there, man? Did Al Sharpton call you and go, you want to bring some positivity?
Yeah. But
trust me, nothing that man has done has brought any positivity to anyone.
Quick little bonus thing.
Yes.
Ryback, the kid sitting one row in front of me, just in front of me, was the one who got Ryback's little necklace there he gives to the kiddies. So I got to see Ryback up close and personal as he handed his, gave a kid a free souvenir. And, he's kind of big and scary in person.
Oh, yeah.
Even when he's smiling and being cool, it's like,
dude, you're scary.
This guy looks like he can be up to break me, whether I go up for the move or not.
All right, let's go for the eliminations. King Barrett eliminated by Sin Cara after the Sin Senton. Jimmy Uso got it by Xavier Woods. Sin Cara got it by Sheamus after the bro kick. Big E got the Uso splash and then got hurt, which means his partner's left with him. And that left Sheamus all alone.
Kofi and Xavier basically eliminated himself. And, I'll give Sheamus credit. He actually hung good.
For 6 minutes by himself.
For 6 minutes. And, he got some good offense in. I thought he was going to get like one more elimination before he was put down because there was a couple moments in that 6 minutes
Yeah, but
where it looks like he could have, you
yeah,
know.
but he got two hot wrestlers he went in against. That would be Ryback and Kalisto.
Yeah.
Ironically, Kalisto is the hotter of the Lucha Dragons.
Yeah, Kalisto is definitely starting to get over. Whenever he was in the ring, he was getting good reaction. And again, I mean, despite what some people want to say, Ryback is over. I mean, Ryback,
He
he'll
is.
probably never be a dominant world champion, but he has a long career as a solid over mid card talent.
He'll probably get one championship at least.
Yeah. Also,
Oh,
I'm sorry. Real quick, since this was their match,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Cena, but the dueling chants,
No,
New Day's got it now. They've taken that from you.
they really
Before the
have.
show started, during the matches, during half the little intermission breaks, you know, anytime without getting super smarky, you know.
Yeah, they did. But
New Day rocks, New Day sucks. Nobody is really caring about Let's Go Cena right now. Even though,
they're not.
granted, I know he's not around, but
They
that's
really
what I'm
don't.
saying. You can hate on the New Day gimmick. You can try to claim creative's trying to punish them by forcing them to, do the unicorn thing. But
It works.
damn, they are over. Everybody has an opinion on the New Day, and everybody wants to make their opinion on the New Day known. I mean, that is what the job of a wrestler is.
Yes. And I would like to tell you, Smarks, that opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Most of the time, they usually stink. So, just enjoy the fucking show.
Sure.
Now, one thing I do have to point out during that match, when you saw Ryback go to the top turnbuckle, were you like, Ryan, no, Ryan.
Yes, and I mean, leading up to that, when
No.
you saw he was the only one on their side on the apron,
Yeah.
and he's looking down at that pile, and he looks at the audience, and we're chanting, go for it.
You're thinking he won't, and then you're like, dude, we were just kidding.
Oh, no, I wasn't kidding. I wanted to see him do it, because either it was going to be the greatest train wreck in wrestling history, or it was going to be the kind of spot that would take Undertaker's over the top rope leap to the floor thing aside.
That it turned out awesome for him. No one got seriously killed.
True. Though every man on the floor had wide eyes, even the people on his team. Oh, God, he is big enough to get us all.
And he did. All right, now we're just going to breeze through the next two matches because we're running short on time. This will end up being a 30, but you know what? Fuck it. Charlotte defeated Paige by submission, which, Dave, I know you and I will have differing opinions on this one, but Paige's run is over for the moment.
I mean, I don't think she's getting near the Divas title for a moment, but I do believe that Creative does plan to keep her on TV regularly because she is a solid hand in the ring, and she is over. I mean, a good chunk of the audience wanted Paige to win tonight.
But,
and I mean, when she got up on the barricade and she was doing her "It's My House," I mean, she damn near had the whole arena chanting with her.
But,
and,
right.
I mean, God bless them for playing in that spot, because Charlotte hitting that spear off the barricade was probably the only reason she got her heat back as the face, because that was a crazy ass spot to watch.
And
gender aside, those two tore into it and had some solid spots in that match.
And I was going to say, yeah, Charlotte pretty much destroyed. Yeah, Paige was trying to get her heat. That spear pretty much said, nah. You're going to come back into the ring and you're going to scream.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Paige pretty much stole all of Charlotte's pops over the course of that match. Because that was the funny thing is, Paige is more over in general. Partly because Charlotte does not seem to have fully gotten comfortable in the ring.
Right.
You know, she's still on occasion, especially when she's trying to cut a promo that requires a certain kind of tone from her, that, you know, she still looks like she's kind of struggling to remember exactly what her emoting is supposed to go like. And between that and the fact that Paige was taking a hell of an ass kicking and kept coming, she was starting to get over Charlotte. But, you know, as I said, I'm sure Charlotte's going to move on for now.
Everyone's predicting it's probably going to be Sasha.
Yeah, there were a few we want Sasha chants, but it was not loud and deafening enough to be smarky. It was more of a,
okay, let's
seriously,
just see this.
why is she not on the pay-per-view, guys?
Now, the next match was 6 minutes 40 seconds. I want to say, Ziggy, you deserved better.
50-50, because I'm sorry, Ziggler has a very bad habit, like a lot of wrestlers, of when he realizes he's not gonna start sniffing the main event anytime soon, he starts phoning it in.
Yeah, but would you blame him against this guy?
No, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he was phoning it in the feud with Rusev. Once he realized how bad that feud was going to be, like, he really was not doing his part as the more established wrestler to
it's because
bring it up a level.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, that
I'm sorry, Ziggler.
Why would you phone it? Why wouldn't you phone it in with the opponents he's gotten? Rusev is not great.
Because that's how you earn a main event push.
Yeah, but
make crap work.
But Tyler Breeze and Summer Rae, I'm sorry.
Dude, they both need to go back to NXT.
NXT, Belly, post haste.
They're not ready for prime time, but
I think that's why Ziggler phoned it in. He's probably like, guys, I'll eat the canvas, but these two are greener than goose shit.
But again, that's the point is, he can phone it in because he knows he's not getting a 4-star match out of them. But when you're the veteran, you're the one that's supposed to do your damnedest to take it from 2 stars to 3 stars.
And
Ziggler went out there and said, fuck it, I'm just getting paid.
And I mean, I don't blame him on that one, but I see your point too. He should have tried to.
If he wants to hold the big belt again, he needs to quit. He needs to get out of that habit.
But as I told Dave when he was at the event, Tyler Breeze reminds me of a very shitty Zoolander impersonation.
True.
And she doesn't help.
No.
Danielle, we like you as a person, but half of the Eva Marie arguments that they're talking about her talentlessness could apply to you too.
Yeah, but
it's like you're a nice girl. You've been nice to all of us, but you're
no Sonny.
No. Now
that leads us up to the co-main event: the Wyatt family versus the Brothers of Destruction.
Possibly the last time.
Is all over the place.
Yep. Possibly the last time we'll see the Brothers of Destruction in a capacity.
Yeah, as a tag team, this was probably their finale, leading to Undertaker finally going, you know what? I'm getting too old for this shit. Danny Glover was right. But Eric Rowan ate the early pin. And again,
he didn't.
I cannot stress this makes great wrestlers. He literally dragged himself up the entrance ramp. Until he was completely behind the curtains. He sold that double choke slam like he lost all feeling below his shoulders.
Which he may have, for all we know. But yeah, he sold that one well.
I'm
destroyed.
Watching crawl alongside my half the bear. I could have leaned over and, dropped my drink on him if I had wanted to, which I don't because I'm a cool fan, but yeah, he is
sold
what he's supposed to do.
He did. Now that left the Wyatt family, which He were like, why didn't they go Bray and Strowman? Strowman's still limited.
Yeah.
He's learning.
Yes. Harper has been on the big show a little more often. He was better to, work it. And they had a great match. Strowman got his spot, throwing Kane around briefly.
Which, by the way, for those of you that are wondering, yes, the Spanish announce table was destroyed. They saved it nice and warm for The Undertaker and Kane.
Yeah.
So, Wyatt did get the double choke slam, but he didn't get the pin.
Yeah.
And then he got another choke slam. He didn't get pinned. That would be Harper, who took a pretty sick elevation from Kane.
Oh, yeah, dude, the tombstone, too. I mean,
oh, yeah.
To finish it off, Harper ate a solid tombstone.
He did. This wasn't a, hey, we're getting paid, I'm going home, let's have some mimosas later. This is more of the, when I'm done with you, boy, just for old time's sakes, we're going to get out the body bag.
Yeah.
Yes, burial with The Undertaker takes a different meaning.
True. And even then, I mean, I can't really call it a total burial.
No, it wasn't. It was.
Harper and Wyatt hung well.
It was a destruction, but it was. It's supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, they hung with two of the longest reigning, most
monsters,
dominant wrestlers on the roster. Yes, the last couple of years, Kane's been a jobber to the stars, but he's still Kane. There's a reason he can job to everybody on the upper half of the roster and still be over. And
even that upper half of the roster is wondering when he's going to come back and come get his receipt.
Well,
yeah, that's...
Gotta watch Raw and SmackDown to know.
Yeah, that's why Kane's around. Even the upper tier wrestlers that have beaten him are like, he's not coming back, is he? He's staying back there, right? Oh, come on, Triple H, tell me. No. I don't know.
So, we get to the tournament final. Friend versus friend.
Yeah. Now, we're just going to breeze through this one because we're about to hit the 30-minute mark, but yes. Yeah. Yes, Ambrose fangirls. Dean ate a spear. It's going to happen.
Dude,
he took a lot of offense. They both threw each.
Oh, they did a solid face versus face match, which is you're allowed to hit each other hard. You just don't hit each other dirty.
And they did hit each other quite hard. They did. They were given 10 minutes. They tore the house down in 10 minutes.
Yep.
Which Roman did get the world championship. Yes.
He goes on record as being a world champion.
For about 34 seconds.
Yep. Well, no, I'd say with all the celebration and
about
Triple
2 minutes.
H taking his time walking the ring, he's about 5 minutes.
5 minutes, but yeah, and then
confetti bukkake. I mean, that thing was all over the floor section.
And then all of a sudden,
hovered.
And then all of a sudden, you hear the music. Yep, you hear the music. The part that, again, depends on which side of the aisle you're on, that nobody wanted or everybody wanted.
Oh, there was a definite mixed reaction for Roman winning, and as soon as Sheamus came out, he started getting cheered. I mean, it wasn't even a Sheamus is that over. It's a no, folks. A lot of people really aren't ready to have Roman be the next Super Cena, and it's not that Roman's is that horrible a wrestler. It's just he's not our savior.
And people are like, well, who's going to be the next savior? And no, it's not going to be Cena either. Cena's seeing the writing on the wall, too.
Yeah, I think Cena's probably going to get whenever he comes back, he's probably going to get his U.S. title back and just maybe go IC since he never won that back in the day.
It depends on how mad the WWE is going to be at Ric Flair for his comments, which They're in spin mode right now. That one's an out of control plane about his dead son.
True, but you know.
Yeah, but even Vince knows that if he tries to, go for the 16-time world championship with Cena, that's going to go over like a fart in church. Much like they tried to with Randy Orton breaking the Honky Tonk Man's record. It's like, yes, we know Honky Tonk Man's the biggest dickhead in a shoot interview, but let's just leave that alone.
True, but yeah, there was
It's mixed. It's a mixed reaction, like you said. People cheered there. You were there. Of course, the IWC is going to be like, "Oh, this is the shittiest thing ever. We're not watching." It's like, you guys probably weren't watching in the first place.
True. Or if you were watching on torrent, so you're not a paying customer, i.e., the investors really aren't worried because they're not losing money if you quit watching your pirated torrent. I'm sorry, I'm not a hater, but that's the simple truth. You have to be able to say, I'm taking my money elsewhere.
Of course, the problem is if the people stop watching it on television, Raw right now is not in a good spot. Because what are they competing against tonight? Which we're doing this on a Monday.
Monday Night Football.
Oh, yeah. Monday Night Football, Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, there's a reason that they're struggling at 2 right now.
On the other hand, at least they're not excited to be on Pop TV.
The old TV Guide channel. That's what it is, but yeah.
But yeah.
That's the thing. It's all these fans are like, well, Sheamus is gonna kill the ratings. It's like, well, I don't think he's gonna do too much damage. The ratings are.
It's a down period. They're saving their best stuff for the road to WrestleMania. Same as they do every year. But as far as the event itself, because that is the focus of tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great time to watch in person. We had as I said, almost no smarks in the crowd.
Yeah.
Nobody was trying to put themselves over instead of enjoying the product. So that always makes it a better time for those of us who do go to the wrestling shows.
Yeah,
because we're wrestling fans.
Yeah, which Canoe Slam did give it an 8 out of 10. They're like, it's serviceable.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
Well, 8 out of 10 shouldn't be serviceable.
It's a good show.
Be a solid show.
Well,
6 out of 10 is serviceable.
Well, so yeah, 8 out of 10 is a good show.
And as a personal fan, where I was seated by the ramp, yes, I got the commemorative chair that I'm sitting in right now. Yeah. Yes, I got to shake hands with several wrestlers. Got to shake hands with Lillian on her way out of the ring.
Which I'll show you that quote, David. I'll talk about it too. Which James Hell from ProWrestling.net is this Mark's sentiment. Show started strong with 2 semifinal matches, and the Undertaker anniversary was very cool. But the crowd atmosphere was lousy. Also, the tournament final was really disappointing. It's like, 1, were you there?
Honestly, the crowd, I mean, it was not super electric, popped huge for everything. But it was a smarky crowd, which is something that desperately needs to end. And, I mean, people had no problems cheering for the stuff they liked and the wrestlers they liked, which is how it's supposed to go. That's how you let them know what you want. If you don't like something, you just don't make noise. You just change the channel.
But yeah, that's again why we're not fans of the IWC. You hear opinions like that where they sound like comic book guy trying to report on a wrestling event. It's like, no, just stop.
It's a perfectly solid crowd. People were there to have a good time.
They
I
paid
certainly
their,
had a wonderful time.
and considering the atmosphere that was surrounding the event,
Yeah.
everyone had a good time.
Yep. But that is our time. We will be back after
Somewhat normal.
some holiday
Fun.
fun and try not to freeze.
Oh, yeah.
And we will see you all on the flip side.